What is going on, Lake Pro Tackle fam? Happy Tuesday. Sorry I couldn't get a video out. We were so slammed in the shop here. We are chock full of some brand new product I'm sure you are going to be very excited about. I know it's going to be a longer one, but stay tuned. We're going to be talking about SLP works, Throwback Swimbaits. These are the Metros. Also have some of these bad boys right here, cheat codes. Of course, have to talk about our favorite homeless fisherman and G-Crack pink lemonade, as well as a massive, I'm talking massive, Megabass order that just came in. Limited colors on Pot Max, as well as the Dog X, and this is the Quick Walker version, and Respect Series color Secret V Ore. All in today's episode. Gonna be a longer one, so stay tuned, y'all. Today's video, we're gonna be talking about all the cool stuff on this table here. Of course, I do want to get this out of the way. Make sure you're following the social media, Instagram and Facebook, for constant updates on when we put things up on the website, when stuff gets in the shop, and a general timeline of what's going on here at Lake Pro Tackle. Of course, you can interact with me if you have questions about rods, reels, bait, specifically colors. You can DM me at any time, and I generally get back to you pretty quickly. I do want to say, for those of you that did follow and are following social media, Pink Lemonade has been available for about 27 hours now. The pink lemonade went up yesterday around 10 o'clock, and we already sold out of the brand new 3.8 bellows gills. However, we do have some 5.8 bellows sticks left, and we also have another load of 3.8 and 5.8 bellows gills coming in very, very soon. So currently, right now, the only pink lemonade available from G-Crack and the Homeless Fisherman is going to be the sticks in the 5.8 variety. Of course, the signature color from Marshall, the Homeless Fisherman, is going to have a pink top and a yellow, almost orange bottom. This is a really, really neat color. If you haven't fished anything like a Morning Dawn and you haven't broken into the pinks and the yellows, it just works. I don't know what it is about this specific color and Morning Dawn pinks in general, but fish seem to absolutely love it. So Pink Lemonade is available right now, and we will be updating you, letting you know exactly when the new 3.8s return, as well as the 5.8 bellows gills. When they do get in, make sure you're following social media again. We're going to post it up there first. It's generally hard for me to post up a story and really expect it to last before the YouTube video goes up, so make sure y'all hop on that. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we are going to be dropping a plethora of brand new Megabass colors, limited colors, to the shop here. Of course, everyone typically loves the Respect Series colors. These generally fly off the shelves almost instantaneously, especially in some of the models that we have in this. Now, this is the Secret V Ore colorway. If you aren't familiar with Megabass's Respect Series colors, they happen each month, almost every month. So typically around 10 to 12 Respect Series colors come out each year. And these Respect Series colors are throwbacks to some of the original colors that Megabass came out with as limited runs, and they're making a comeback just here and there. Every couple of years or so, they do a relaunch of these colors. Now, Secret V Ore in particular is a very bright, outstanding color that your fish are not going to miss. If you are a lover of spawn killer, if you're a lover of really bright in-charge colors, if you're fishing for maybe toothy critters like pike or anything like that, this is 100% getting their attention, something that almost no other fish has probably seen in your specific area. And not only that, they are amazing collector's items. Secret V Ore has a very neat crackleback, almost white peach on the top, and it's going to lead down into a very bright, loud and in charge orange, kind of blood orange underbelly there. Now, there's nothing really too special in terms of patterning on the bottom, but I love all the cracklebacks that you find on a lot of these Respect Series colors. So the models that we do have in this colorway are going to include all the 110s. So your 110 plus one, your regular 110, which is typically going to fly off the shelf way, way fast. And we also have the juniors in the regular and the +1 in Secret V Ore. Now let's kind of work from the top, work our way down. This is kind of how we like to do it. So kicking it off, of course, the typical Pop Max is going to be a very, very popular one. You can see right there, of course, the Pop Max is going to be just one of the go-to top waters all around the country. If you've got a little smaller forage base, or you're looking for something a little bit more finessey, less loud, go to the Pop X. And you can see right there, very, very neat. Again, same crackleback, same transition into that deep orange. Now, moving along into some more top water, moving down in size, we've got this guy right here, the Dog X Junior. This is a really, really neat bait, especially if you're working very, very fast along a shad spawn area. This is going to be a great one, and probably the hottest top water for the past couple years in terms of BFS/finesse top water, made pretty famous by Tactical Bass and Matt and Tim. The Megabass Karashi. We do have 12 of these available, and I expect them to fly out of here. So if you are a Karashi fan, it occurred to me that I didn't tell you when the drop is. Y'all, Wednesday, 10:30, All This Respect series is going up, as well as what we're going to be talking about next for Megabass. So all Megabass is going to be loaded in at 10:30 on Wednesday, and that is the 30th. So Karashi, very, very cool right there. Now, going along with top water, so we just talked about some of the more finessey top water. Let's talk about the loud, big, in charge top water. Mega Dog X. This thing is 180 mil, weighs 2.5 ounces. This is a humongous top water for those big shad spawn slash just kind of big gizzard shad areas. If you're fishing offshore, or at least maybe around a big hump or a saddle area where fish are constantly pushing up big bait, this is going to be one you'll want to throw. Now, in terms of the colorway, I don't know exactly what's going to be chasing this down. I would imagine you can probably fish for some like inshore fish, like tarpon or something on this, but that would be sick. So if any of you do catch like a tarpon on this bad boy right here, tag us in a story, please. The last two we have in the Secret VR is going to be the iWing 135. A lot of stores don't like actually bringing in the iWing 135, so if you are a fan of topwater crawlers, especially at nighttime, this is going to be a great color. As you can see, not only is it going to be loud just because it is a crawler, but it is going to be obnoxiously hard to not see in the night, just how bright it is. Another great bait that a lot of shops don't have is going to be this guy right here. This is the Suich. And if you aren't familiar with the Suich, you can actually crank this down a little bit. It is a multi-segmented bait that can either wake or crank down just a little bit. Now, you can do that by transforming the bill right here. You can have it in A mode or B mode, which is going to help the diving situation right there, and all you have to do is just take your thumb and pry it up or push it down, and that's going to change the action the bait makes. So y'all, Secret V Ore from Megabass, available 10:30 a.m. Central Time, Wednesday the 30th. So very, very excited about all that. Now, one other neat thing here in terms of top water baits is going to be the limited release of some Pop Max colors. So if you are a collector, these are going to be ones that you're really going to want to check out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 limited colors from Megabass. I'm going to see if I can hold them all up right here. Check this out. Bunch of cool colors. We're going to open them up, take them out of the boxes. Like I said, thank you for staying with us here. It's going to be a longer one. We're going to be talking about each one of these colors here. So first up, we've got SB Sunset Tequila, a very beautiful, very clear colorway. It is going to have a little bit of violet and purple at the top of the bait, leading down into a little bit of chartreuse at the bottom there. And overall, it's going to be a very, very clear translucent bait, and it also has a really neat rainbow tucked up inside in the body there. So in terms of just pure beautifulness, of baits. This is a really, really neat one. Definitely going to be a huge collector's item, so make sure to hop on over to the website, lakeprotackle.com, to scoop these up. Y'all, they aren't going to last long, I'm telling y'all. Very, very neat stuff from SB Sunset Tequila. Moving along here, we've got GLX Secret Flasher, another really, really cool bait. Now, this one here uses a little bit of a glitter back, and it's going to be almost straight silver chrome. You can see right here, very, very cool top. It's going to be very glittered out, and the bottom is also going to have a ton of glitter in it as well. The gill plate does have a little couple highlights of purple in there, but this one here, if you are fishing a herring style lake, the neat thing about the Pop Max is you can actually work them very, very quickly on slack line. Just chug it along, and you can get some really, really amazing topwater strikes on these guys here. So just a little tip for y'all. That slack line makes all the difference when working your Pop Max. Another really neat color. This is probably one of my favorite colors. This is going to be Burst Sand Snake. This is going to be a matte model. So the matte finishing on this, it is going to have a little shine, but it's not going to be ultra shiny. And what's really neat about this one is it takes some colorway of White Python on the belly here, so it has that same crackle pattern. Not going to be as white again because it is that matte colorway, but leading up into a sand, almost gold top. You can see here that crackle keeps going along, and you're going to have a little bit of green coloring as well as a little bit of gold highlight here. Maybe the camera can pick it up, maybe it can't, but one of my favorite colorways from Megabass. And this also has pitch black eyes, kind of, you know, playing into that snake coloring. Very, very neat stuff. It also has a little bit of black tinsel in the feather tail. Really, really cool. Another one here, if you love frog fishing and you like frog colorways, this one here is called CMF. It's actually going to have a matte finish as well. It's going to have a crackle back with yellow and green imitating a frog, but it's going to have a matte translucent underbelly. If that hook will get out of my finger, right there, you can see that, and it does have a little hit of orange and yellow at the very back. Very, very neat. It does have chartreuse on the tinsel. Very, very cool color, and the eyes aren't going to be anything super, super special, but of course with Megabass and their paints, they pay such close attention to everything they do. So really, really cool stuff from CMF. Next up, another very colorful, very vibrant color. This is going to be SS Triple Cocktail. Now, this one here is actually going to be non-congruent, I guess, where the color is actually kind of mixed all throughout the popper. So the blue, the pink, and the green are different on each sides. And I think what I can do here is adjust this just a little bit to make some of these colors pop. There we go. So you've got almost like sherbet colors. Very, very cool. Baby blue, pink, and green. And you're also going to have a little bit of a clear underbelly right there. Little chartreuse on the tail feather. Very, very cool. Again, it is going to be a little translucent on the bottom, leading up into these very neat, like sherbet looking colors on the tops. Yeah, psychedelic. I don't know if it's quite psychedelic. They're kind of like comfort colors. I wouldn't call them psychedelic. Psychedelic, I think, is more like vibrant. Like this one. This is a psychedelic color. If you're tripping on mushrooms and you saw this,
yeah, that's pretty wild.
This one here, Endless Summer. This is a very neat color in my opinion. This one here is going to have a matte finish on it. It's going to use like a merthiolate top leading into a very resonant pink bottom. Again, very similar to something like the Secret V Ore colorway. There's this Respect series. I mean, it is very loud, bright, and in charge. Pitch black eyes. It does let a little light through it, but it is a matte colorway, so it's not reflecting a ton of light. This one also has a black feather on the back of it. We got two left. So this one here is frozen shad. It is going to be similar to matte shad, but it's going to have a little bit of a blue tint. So if you love matte shad topwaters, this one is going to be one you will want to try. Matted out, same matte shad top, but it is going to have a little bit of a blue iridescence on it. So very, very cool. This is going to be, again, frozen shad. So very cool. Tinsel is going to be electric shaddy. It's going to have some blue, have a little green. Very, very glittery on it as well. And last one from the Pop Maxes is going to be Impact White. Now this colorway right here is going to be non-translucent, so it is fully painted. This one here kind of looks like, it almost looks like Queen. If you're familiar with the DRT baits, this is going to have a very ivory, almost white main body, as well as the top. And then all you have at the very top is going to be a little chartreuse head and the regular Megabass eyes on the front there. So very, very cool. This one does have a little bit of sparkly tinsel on the feather tail. Again, this last one, Impact White, a very cool color for the Pop Max. And again, these are going to be limited, so we only have, I think, 4 of each of these. So if you are a collector of Megabass, please head over to the website, lakeprotackle.com. These are going up tomorrow, July 30th at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Now, moving on to our last item of Megabass, and guys, thank you so much for staying with us. These are the new generation Dog X topwater walking lures. These are the quick walkers. We have them in 3, I guess, kind of 4 colors, and then one very unique one, and we're going to talk about them here. So the Dog X quick slide is going to be made to work extremely, extremely fast. They have the same technology that they're kind of using in your Pop X as well as Pop Max with the gill plate here, where it allows water to go through. What is really neat about this one is it isn't as wide as your typical Dog X, a little bit skinnier. So kind of just like the Dog X Koyu, you're able to work it a lot faster. So using 20 to 30 pound braided line, non-JDM line, I'm talking your typical like Smackdown or something like your 131. This is going to be great on 20 to 30 pounds, as well as having it on a leader. About 2 to 3 foot is typically all you really need, and you can throw this on like 15-pound mono or fluorocarbon. Doesn't really matter which. It'll help with your hooks from tangling up on those front hooks there. We currently have them in 5 colors. Now, HT Edo Tennessee Shad was the one I was just showing you there. Typical color for Megabass. Of course, Megabass Sexy Shad, again, one of those really neat legacy colors. Of course, that you just got to have in every single model of everything. Edo Natural, which is one of my personal favorites. It's going to be a little bit more matted out, a little more yellow, a little more bone in there, little green. Edo Natural, one of my staples. Moving into something that, of course, we have to have. There aren't a lot of white colors in the Megabass lineup, which is surprising. I guess there's just not a lot of shad over there in Japan or something. But White Python, it's going to have that crackle back, and it's going to be basically one of the only, like, almost pure white colors that Megabass really has in their lineup. And finally, this one is M Cosmic Shad. If you're familiar with HT Ito Wakasaki, this is going to be kind of a champagne version of that. It's going to have a little bit of gold in there. It's going to have that same little violet head at the back, and it's going to have a black back as well. So these are the new generation Dog X's, the quick walkers. Very, very neat stuff from Megabass. Again, all this is going up on the website Wednesday, July 30th at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. So I can't wait to see you there. We still have a bunch of stuff to cover, so let's go ahead and hop into it. Kicking it off Thursday, Throwback Thursday. These guys right here, the Throwback Metro, as well as the cheat codes going up on the website 10:30 again. Very, very neat stuff. If you plan on ordering anything from Megabass and also plan on ordering anything from the Throwback drop, please let us know and we can try to include them all in the same shipment. Might save us some shipping cost, but if you don't want to do that, don't worry about it. I already had a couple people ask me about ordering G-Crack and also getting on the Throwback drop as well, seeing if they could combine the shipments there. But the cheat codes here are going to be very sized down wake walkers. So this is going to be a great crank down / wake bait. fish this on like 15-pound fluorocarbon. That's all you really need. You could honestly probably throw this on close to 12-pound if you want. But if you're someone like me and you hate breaking off expensive lures, definitely throw it on some braid. Some 30-pound braid is really what I would feel comfortable with. I might go up to 40 with a little bit of a leader. But these guys right here, rod tip up is going to kind of wake at the surface. Rod tip down is going to be able to crank down just a little bit. So really, really easy to throw as well. You don't need a super heavy rod. They come with hooks and a not custom. They come with a Throwback Swimbaits sticker. So depending on what color as well as what model, I think each one actually has different stickers in there. So you've got a chance at getting a bunch of stickers if you order a couple of each. Now, we are going to be limiting the oh shoot, dropping pop maxes everywhere. Like I said, our table's full here. Only one model per person. So you can get a Metro Glide and you can get a cheat code. You can get both, but you can't get 2 cheat codes or 2 of the Metros. So that's just how we're doing it. We have a very limited supply right now. We've got a bigger order coming in probably a couple months or so, but we're very excited. We've got 3 different colors in the cheat codes. We've got bone. I mean, it's bone. We've got shad. I mean, it looks like a shad, little gray top, a little bit of yellow on there, a little bit of white. And then we got gill. So we kept it pretty simple in terms of the colorways for each of these products. And in the Metros, we have them in bone and shad. So kept it pretty simple on this run, but we are very excited to get these in. If you aren't familiar with how to work the Metro Glide, it does have kind of that in-between joint. You know, if you're familiar with like a trick shad, which folds over like 90 almost, and a typical like slide swimmer that has almost no jointage, this is kind of right in the middle. So you're able to slow glide this if you want, but it works really, really well working it super, super fast. So great choppy glide, great kind of intermediate slow glide from Throwback Swimbaits. Again, this is going to go up July 31st, Throwback Thursday, up on the website, lakeprotackle.com. And inventory won't be put into the system until 10:30. So if you get there early and it says sold out, definitely keep refreshing and we will let you know exactly when they go up. So really, really neat stuff from Throwback Swimbaits. Finally, the last order of business, y'all. I know it's been like 20 minutes or something like that, but we've had a lot of stuff to cover, so thank you for staying tuned. So SLP Works is now going to be introduced to the USA market on a more consistent basis. So this is going to be coming out of the Daiwa warehouses. They kind of have a great relationship, or they do have a great relationship with SLP Works. So Daiwa USA is now supplying us with these bad boys right here. And this is going to be the limited colorway from SLP Works, distributed by Daiwa USA. This is a very cool iridescent little bit of green in there, violet. These knobs are going to also come with hardware here as well. And these guys right here, very, very limited. I think we've got 12 in stock at the moment. These are going to be dropping on Friday, August 1st at 10:30. The knobs themselves, ultra smooth. I'm talking you replace it, you replace these knobs on your Stees, your Zillions, your Tutulas, anything like that, you're going to have one hell of a time. And another item we have from SLP Works, which I think a lot of you who like swim baiting and throwing some bigger baits are going to really enjoy this. These are the handles from SLP Works. So they're going to have the SLP Works handle right here as well as knobs. Now these are 100mm handles. They have foam knobs, but they're going to be skinny foam knobs. They are very, very durable foam as well, so they're not that cheap foam stuff. And ultra smooth. These guys right here from SLP are going to be very limited as well. I think we have 16 of these in stock. But very, very cool stuff. I'm very excited to see SLP Works come over into the United States on a more consistent basis. And we're also going to be having more of these guys come in different colors. So these, again, are the limited colors from this initial drop here. Very, very limited. And then we're also going to be getting like pink and magenta, green and blue and yellow. I posted a little bit about it while we were at iCast. So if you haven't checked these out from SLP Works, these are great accessories to put on your reels, you know, swap over to different handles. Of course, Studio Composite is another company that we have here at the shop, and I'm so excited to get more of the Studio Composite in very, very soon. So if you've been waiting for another Studio Composite drop, y'all, we've got more coming in the power handle, and we're going to be getting the finesse as well as a huge lineup of their rods. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Again, Megabass on the 30th. We got Throwback on the 31st, Thursday, Throwback Thursday. And then finally, SLP Works on Friday, August 1st. Limited knobs, and we've got the 100mm handles. So thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see you next time. And again, stay tuned with the social media for constant updates on what we've got going on at the shop on a day-to-day basis. And we'll see you at WeCast if you're coming, August 16th, 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. See you guys. WeCast.
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 WeCast. WeCast.
WeCast.
WeCast.
WeCast.
WeCast.
WeCast.
WeCast. WeCast.
Pros are excited. I'm excited. I hope you're getting excited. August 16th is the date, 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Y'all, in-store tackle show here at Lake Pro Tackle for the first time ever. I know a couple other retailers have done something similar to this, but I don't think to this extent, y'all. I'm talking new product everywhere. We're gonna have an exclusive video vault full of videos from some pros, some of the bait designers from these companies. Super, super cool stuff going on. Talking more about what's actually happening here. We're going to be having free food, drink, in-store tackle promotions. Baits is going to be coming, showing off their brand new reels. We are super excited to transform this space into a showcase for the new product. Don't let people pigeonhole you into thinking it's just about fuzzy nuts, fuzzy dice, anything with fuzz. Y'all, there's a whole lot of terminal tackle, rods, and reels that I think y'all will get very, very excited about. And trust me, y'all, summer's coming to an end. What better way to spend it than coming to the tackle shop, of course. No RSVP required. Tell your friends, family, anyone that loves fishing, if they're in the North Texas area or want to make the drive or flight to come to our tackle show, we greatly appreciate it. And if you could do me a huge favor as well, share this video, Facebook, Instagram, email it, shoot it to a MySpace account. I don't care, y'all. We greatly appreciate all the support we've received over the years, and we want to give back to y'all with a tackle show like this. Bring the experience of iCast to you. So we are very grateful. Thank you very much, y'all. Again, see you in a little less than a month here at WeCast.